All right, family, welcome back to my channel. Second video for 2023. We are on a roll, yes. So, this video, and Cashmere sitting in my lap. So, if you see a ball of hair, that is Cashmere. And there she is shaking. But, just gonna switch it up to start the new year. A little motivation for you and for me. Gonna call this one the top 23 things I want to do for 2023. Call it goal setting, a to-do list, whatever. And I actually got the idea from Jess Dorsha. She did a 23 for 2023. So I'm going to do something along those lines also. If you hear any noise, that's my neighbors in the background. All right. So I have it separated into compartments. I have travel, home, personal. Home and personal is kind of the same thing. Social media, gardening, anything food, gardening related, and then crafts are my creative endeavors that I'm doing. So let me clean out my glasses. They are a mess if you haven't noticed, but it's okay. So we will start with simple things for the things here on the personal level or home that I would like to accomplish. Say, hey girl. Okay. And so as many people know, we are, I don't know, are we really approaching a recession, you guys? Because the malls are not looking like it, but the shelves in the grocery store are. So my number one thing I want to do is kind of get on the savings plan or like a financial plan. I'm gonna call it the Dave Ramsey plan. I'm gonna use his name loosely because um, a lot of people like his plans, don't like his plans, whatever, but I like bits and pieces of his plan. So initially, I want to start with saving. What is it? First baby step is saving $1,000. So I definitely want to do that. Let's put you down. So my first step will be to save. There you go. To save $1,000 kind of emergency backup kit. And for anybody, that's essential, right? A lot of us have spent, especially coming off of Christmas bonuses, all our extra gig work, and any other little hustles people have. A lot of people have spent their money right now over the holidays. And if you didn't, God bless you. But for those people who have families, kids, dogs, cousins, aunties, anyone they have to give money to, give gifts to, spend money on, let's get back on track with saving. Yes, so I'm going to challenge myself to save $1,000 by the end of this year. Doesn't sound like much, but of course we all know that life happens. Next thing I want to do in the home and personal slot of my life will be to get more consistent in my planner. So right now I have used the Happy Planner. I have used traveler's notebooks. I've journaled everything. Right now I do have a A5 rings planner, and right now I'm just starting it, but I have my dates and everything listed. I have my ideas together, and I know that I want to be more consistent, and that will help me get more organized also with the things I want to accomplish this year. Let me turn my phone off because everybody's messaging right now. Um, excuse me. So the next thing, oh, that was nice. Oh, somebody's coming on my video. Anyway, hey y'all. Anyway, okay. I'm leaving that in because I'm not editing this. Next will be um, double up on my car and house payments. As I said before, or that they've put in the atmosphere that there is a recession, Americans should do this and we should do that, and blah, blah, blah. I want to be better safe than sorry. A lot of us already had issues coming out of COVID with money and health and family and all different kinds of issues. So now I want to be ahead of the curve and double up, especially on my car and house payments. And I've already automated some of my my utility bill payments. So that should also kind of help with any future, trying to get ahead of it. Essentially, I want to get ahead of any financial issues that I may have this year. So that is in my plan. Next will be, let's see, travel. Travel is kind of fun and something else that I want to get more into this year, but I also want to travel with a purpose. So A couple of things I want to do. It's semi-garden related. One is I want to go to the Soul Family reunion coming up. I believe it's April. I want to say April 1st, but I'm not sure. I'll provide a link or I'll make a comment or something like that below. But the Soul Family, let me start over. Soul Family Homestead has a YouTube channel, and they had a meetup last year. It looked like a lot of fun. It was in Savannah, Georgia. I have family in Georgia and some friends that possibly live in Savannah. Haven't talked to in a while since college. And I for sure want to get down there. I want to go to the beach, let me be honest. Let me be honest. I'm going to the beach. I'm gonna see y'all. We gonna talk plants. I'll be at the beach. Okay, okay. Just so we're clear, if anybody's watching. But yes, I definitely want to go to the Soul Family reunion in April. Also, I'm just gonna put it out there for myself. Don't know if I'm really gonna do it, but Lead Farmer 73. Lead, if you're watching, I want to come to the camping sleepover. I'm a little afraid, and I'll be sleeping in my car. I don't have a tent. I have the bug out bag. I got plenty of cans of tuna. I got water, all of that. I don't know about sleeping in a tent, sir. But in an emergency case, I feel like I would be in my car anyway, unless I'm like running over the river and through the woods or something. I'm still going to put more thought into that, but I definitely want to go to the Lead Farmer survival. He calls it the survival camping sleepover. I'm gonna call it the bug out sleepover. Either way, they went last year. Looked like they had a great time, but also, I don't know. It just seems like fun. It seems like something that will take my knowledge to the next step of the different things I'm preparing for in my own home as far as store, I have a pantry of items to store that are non-perishable, etc. But I do want to learn from others how to survive in case something happens, because I live in DC. That should say enough. Okay, we have protests often here. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna get political. Just I live in DC. That's gonna be the beginning and the end of that. And some other fun travel stuff I need to do. And even before I go and do any of that, y'all, I need to get a passport. I had a passport since I was younger, and then I let it expire. And of course, I don't look like the 17-year-old anymore. So yes, I need a new passport. And with that passport, I want to go to Africa. Let me be very specific because I understand Africa is a continent. Okay, so I watched this expat channel, The Real South Africa, and I want to go on one of their tours. I love their channel. I've been watching other expat families and channels. Dr. Assad, Changing the Narrative. Actually, they're on live now. And I want to register or put $5 a week down or something for their tours for 2024. I really want to go in 2023, but I'm gonna just say 2024 for planning purposes, because I understand that Christmas in December or December, I'm practicing my accent, okay, is an excellent time to be just in the continent of Africa in general. All of my friends that are from Nigeria, of course, two different parts of Africa, I get it, but they all go back during the holidays and their weddings and all these other parties. Plus, it'll be warmer than here. Praise God. So I want to go. That is on my list. More local, statewide travel. I want to do two things. Also, I want to rent a van. And I don't know if you all are familiar with van life, but a friend of mine rented, I'm called a van life van, right? So it was outfitted to live in, but you can rent it and travel and take it wherever you want to go. So essentially, I want to get this van life van, and I want to go see my friends and family in Tampa. Yeah, and of course, Cashmere's gonna be with me, so that's why I'm trying to go comfortably, and in style. Maybe not style, but I want to go comfortably. And if I need to pull over, I want to pull over and take a nap, and not be in my Nissan. So anyway, so yeah, but those are the travel things I want to do. hopefully I'll be able to accomplish a good percentage of them. You know, the Soil Family Reunion is in April. Lead Farmers, Survival Sleepovers in February. I may end up missing that one, but I know they're going to do another one later in the year. I'll definitely look forward to doing that. The Real South Africa is going to require a little bit more work. Getting my passport, that's simple. That's just money. And then the van life and going to Tampa, I'm trying to do it for my birthday. My birthday is in June. I'm going to Tampa for my birthday. So that is the plan. That is a whole plan. All right. So that's travel. That is home, personal, and travel. So next, keeping along those lines, let's talk about my gardening goals or to-do list for 2023 in no particular order, of course. So one of my biggest things here is right now I garden essentially on my back staircase. Move my phone because it's making a noise, but essentially on my back staircase. If you haven't already, check out my video. It's one of my first or so videos of my small space garden. It's a bunch of pots on my back porch. I grew peppers. I have strawberries, lemon, lime, olive. I have everything, potatoes and everything that did okay in the back. This year, I want to take it up a notch. So one of my goals, two of them actually, is to look into more community gardens. We have several community gardens around the DC area. I want to get a spot and keep maintaining it and keep up with it. I had a spot previously. Life happened and I had to abandon it. So I'm probably on someone's bad people list, but we'll see what happens. Next, once I get that done, or in no particular order really, I want to look at the community garden. My next thing to do is to take it up another notch, and I really want to start researching farmland. I have family in Georgia. I'm here in DC, adjacent to either Maryland or Virginia, to be honest. I would probably prefer Virginia as I'm more familiar with Virginia, and I want to research farmland in either Georgia or Virginia, maybe Maryland. DC, there ain't no more land. I'll get the community spot and that's it. Ain't no more land in DC. But I definitely want to research farmland and maybe a small house or something like that on the land. I don't know. I'm just dreaming out loud to you guys, okay? Next, so with those two, it's definitely securing and finding ways to grow more food, right? Because I did okay this year, but I want to do more. And I really do. I really do. I don't know why. But yeah, I feel like and I want to do more. Actually, I know why. Have you seen these grocery stores? Yeah, it's a little scary. Another story for another day. Next, other thing I want to do that's garden related here in DC. So we have a master garden program, and that is more of a volunteer program where you talk and you learn more. You talk and teach people about gardening, but of course, through the program, you're learning yourself about gardening, farming, plants, all those different kind of things. And I could be loud and wrong, but essentially you get the gist of it. And I want to get that certification because I definitely feel like in my community, okay, catch that, okay, in my community, we don't have all the knowledge we should when it comes to gardening. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. We don't have all the knowledge that we should about gardening, growing our own food, what to do. Yeah, we need more knowledge. And when I am in just amongst people, everyday people, and I say, hey, you know, you can grow an onion from an onion, or you can grow a potato, more potatoes from other potatoes. What? I just throw that out, and I'm like, no, you're throwing away more food. You're throwing away the ability to grow. Not to get religious, but God has given us so many ways that we can feed ourselves and take care of ourselves. And I am very passionate about sharing that knowledge, because a lot of times too, we have that knowledge and we keep it to ourselves. We got 2023, we're putting the knowledge out there. And that's, again, the purpose of this channel. We're putting the knowledge out there, sharing the knowledge, because we need to know how to be self-sufficient. Because, yeah, that's all I got. Okay. Another thing, oh gosh, okay. So another thing that I want to do, I'm going through my list. Y'all don't worry. I have my computer here on the side for my list. So on the fun side of gardening, another thing that I want to do that I have wanted to do for a while is to be a flower farmer. And if you go back, and I kind of mentioned it in one of my videos, I think my tulip video, I talk about flower farming a little bit, and there are different classes through Floret and other flower farmers. But I love it. I think they're so beautiful. When I grew my tulips last year, it just fed the addiction of flowers. I love them. And having them around my house, the front and the backyard, was beautiful. And I want to do that on a larger scale this upcoming year. I didn't plant tulips, actually. Quiet as it's kept, I need to do an update to that because I left some bulbs in the ground and they've grown back. And I know a lot of flower farmers will say, "Oh, we pulled them up. They may not grow back." Da da da. A lot of mine grew back and actually are looking really good. I'm gonna do a short. Look forward to a short video. Sorry, y'all, my nose is itching, but look forward to a short video about, and I'm probably gonna do another time lapse of my tulips growing from where I had them last year out front because I'm honestly shocked that they grew back, and these were basic Home Depot tulips. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. But one thing I want to do is take a class from probably Floret or some other person that's probably a little cheaper. Um, that's probably a little cheaper than Floret, but I definitely want to get the knowledge on flower farming and combine that with my master gardener certification. That is on my to-do list. Um, Let me see what else is on my list. Now I know I said in the midst I want to travel. So again, in my travels, probably when I do my van life thing, I have to go and see family, of course. But my uncle knows somebody who knows somebody. They're in the country. You know, everybody knows everybody in the country. And he knows a guy who has this large blueberry farm. And let's just say off the blueberries alone, this guy made a lot of money. I'm not telling anybody's business. I don't know this man from Sam, but I need to see what he did. Because off blueberries, sir, I need your education. I need to see what you're doing. I am encouraged, yes. But I want to go and see it in real life. You know, we see these farms and everything online. People tell us, oh, so and so makes money off of turnips and spinach and this and that and da, da, da. I want to see it in real life. So I know a man. I know a man who knows a man who has a nice farm in South Georgia, Middle Georgia, and I really want to talk to him about how he did it. And maybe, hopefully it'll be a video if he allows it and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep when you see the video, you'll know I did it. And maybe I could put $5 towards some land or something. I don't know. Amongst these things I'm doing, of course, I'm going to make more jams and jellies. And because that is actually, funny enough, that's actually very relaxing for me. I don't know if I'm going to turn the jams and jellies into a business, which I know a lot of people typically do, or even my neighbors have been like, oh, you should sell these or whatever. I don't know. It's just fun. Honestly, it's just fun, and it's good practice to do water bath canning. And also, I don't think I put it on here, but I do want to learn how to pressure can. Is that what it's called? I think it's pressure cook or pressure. I think it's pressure canning, and I want to learn how to do it. So that might be number 24. But I'm gonna work on doing more jams and jellies this year, different flavors and stuff like that. So that'll be something else too. The bug out bag. Now, no Led recently talked about bug out bags and camping and everything like that as they prepare for their sleepover. I personally do a lot of driving for my job, and even just driving to see my family who's down in Georgia or friends or whoever. I am going to do a video and prepare a car bug out bag or just a car safety. I'm calling bug out or safety bag. I don't know if you guys heard about it on the news, maybe a couple of years ago. I'm gonna say 2, because I think it was during the pandemic or whatever. Um, there was a freeze on 95 South in Virginia, and people were stuck on the road for 3 days. They didn't have food, water, anything like that on themselves because it was after work hours. So you're thinking, I'm going to go pick up the kids on my way home. Let's go. People were stuck for 3 days. Cars stalled out. I think luckily there was a food truck, like a delivery truck, that had bread, but I was just thinking, I travel up and down 95 when I go to Atlanta very often. That could have been me. So I want to make sure that I have the necessary things: water, granola bars, some kind of non-perishable snack. I'm gonna put a dog food in there for just in case I have Cashmere with me, should shenanigans ensue, you know. So that has kind of encouraged me to further research bug out bags, bug out gear, etc. Right? And then final thing for the garden, my backyard. My neighbors and I, we all hang out in our backyard pretty regularly during the summer, except for the evil mosquitoes. DC has a serious mosquito problem. But we all like to hang out in our backyards. Actually, everybody's back there now. It's like 50, 60 degrees and it feels wonderful. And so I want to outfit my backyard so that it looks nicer, more presentable. And it's fine now. I just want it to be more comfortable. Seating. If you look back at my tulip video, I said I want to outfit that area for tulips, my seating, have people back there, maybe a grill, those kind of things. I've got bits and pieces of that. I just need to outfit it and make it look nice for use, because this summer I want to be barbecuing. Oh yes. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying and feeling encouraged. I'm just going to stop there and say that. Kind of reset here. We've talked about gardening, home and personal. We're going to travel more this year. Well, travel intentionally, should I say. Get our homes and everything in order, get our houses in order, and also prepare for emergencies, right? Okay. Social media is very simple. You're on my YouTube channel now. I'm trying to get more consistent on doing YouTube videos and also get my subscriber count up to 1,000. We need to monetize. So what is it? 1,000 subscribers, so many hours of watch time, all of that. I want to get that going, as well as grow my communities on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, amongst the different things that I do, just so I can move forward in my life and make those things my real career versus a hobby, an expensive hobby, so the IRS would say. So yeah, that is, social media is the wave of the future, and I want to make sure that I have my communities in place. You guys, we all are sharing our ideas with each other, because that's the purpose of this here space, is that we're sharing ideas with each other, working together, creating more, growing more, etc. Right? Next, let's see. Let me make sure. Jams and jellies. And then finally, we are going to talk about the creative side. So outside of outfitting my home and my outside area, even inside of my house, I have a studio, art studio, art workspace kind of studio, and I want to be able to start producing content there, right? So next time, maybe not next time, give me a month, but next time you see this wall and all of my other crafts, I'm technically I have a dining area, so to speak, where I am filming right now with my yarn, but this plus other yarn and other crafty things I have in my house will be moved to my studio within the next month, because the purpose behind that is I want to be shooting more. I don't want to have to worry about neighbors, birds, dogs, people yelling, anything like that that goes on in the neighborhood. I'm in a safe area, but life is lifing, okay? So get my studio to be the perfect workspace so I can start going live more. And also too, something I'll talk about on here also, in the midst of building my community, I want to be able to hold stitch nights and other crafty meetups. I have people that I meet with now, just on one-on-one, whatever basis, but we're always at Wegmans. So like Wegmans, for my people down south, it's like a Publix or like a larger grocery store that has meeting rooms and excellent food. It's Wegmans food is really good. It's kind of pricey, but it's good. But I want to be able to bring you guys to my studio so we don't have to spend $20 on food. Because the price is pricing, and we can enjoy ourselves and be as loud as we want to be, or have whatever drinks we want to have, or whatever. But we can take as long and not be anyone's way, whatever. This is my space behind those 4 doors, and I want to be able to entertain more on the crafty level for like stitch nights, and different things like that. Yeah, excuse me. So I also mentioned in my other video that I am a photographer, and I do want to get back into holding photo walks. Now, a photo walk is basically a group of photographers, professional, amateur, etc., and we will either take pictures of models, take pictures of scenery, flowers, landscapes, etc. I live in DC. There are monuments everywhere. There are graffiti walls everywhere. Beautiful people, models, etc. And we can just get out now that the world is opening back up. We can get back out, feel safe-ish, getting back out, moving around, being amongst others without having to worry about anything going on, you know. So I want to get back out and do my photo walks because I definitely miss it, and the weather is doing well. Okay, Mother Nature, hear us, please, because I want to get back out. As I said before, I'm outfitting the studio for those very reasons, to help build community and for a meeting space for my communities of photography and also my crafters. As far as that photography is concerned, family photography again, focused around infants, maternity, and also just families in general. There are several photographers I would like to take classes with and from, and one of my goals is to do that. They have certain dates, certain locations. I got to kind of figure it out, shift around, because all the locations are not here in DC. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to have to travel. So that kind of coincides with my travel, my travel goals or whatever. But luckily it'll be right here in the US. And I want to take some more classes centered around infant photography, maternity photography, and also family photography. That is on my goals list. And honestly, I think that is everything. So yeah, thank you for listening. It's been 27 minutes of talking. But yes, thank you guys so much for here listening to me do my goals for 2023. So top 23 goals, excuse me, for 2023. We're traveling, we're getting passports. We ain't sleeping in the woods, but we're going to get there. We're going to see the Soul family. We're going to outfit our house. We're saving money. We're doing all the things in 2023. We're going to be prosperous. We're going to have love and abundance this year. We're going to be gardening. Expect more garden videos. Expect more crochet, knitting videos on how to do stuff, because guess what? Aside from gardening, you also need to know how to fix and hem and sew and crochet and knit items for clothing. Should shenanigans ensue, I'll put it like that. You know, so that's a note to my gardening community and also to my crafting community. We can make all the clothes and everything, but you got to make food. You got to learn how to grow food, unless you're going to barter, which is another thing. But that is a good idea. Make items, learn how to make items, and make food items that you don't. That's what I plan on doing anyway. Sorry, I'm rambling. But just a side note, both communities, if you don't know how to do one or the other, barter. Barter or figure out how to do it yourself. Okay, so enough of that. But thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to hold you any longer because I got to upload this and get going on my day. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you watched the whole thing. Would love it if you leave a comment below if this encouraged you and what some of your goals are for 2023. And thank you again. Have a blessed day, night, or whenever you're watching this. Have a good one. Bye.